Throwing now is Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Second down, goal to go.
Now Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Wilson to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now Goff. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions, have won the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just...
Tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. For my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you less than money or pride, so why not say...
Snap bad, homie, with a plug in his start. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like... Chump. At least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is Jumper, up a pump, pump, boy, bump. In that Billy Strong.
It's week 1 of the 2025 season, and we'll see who.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, a heck of a move. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They go play action with Hurts. They shakes him off. This is Smith with the ground. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A first down carry for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rush.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Escapes the defender. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
In motion, the tight end. They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
Here's Penix. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Looking to throw, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. To the air, Penix. A short one there, caught by Granson. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Penix. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room. Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission. And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that. And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead. And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And looking to throw, Penix. And fights him off. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Robinson. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley shoves him away. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears looking to get to 1-0, and they've got the lead in front of their home faithful. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Wan'Dale Robinson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. A play fake. Now Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, Penix from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Devontae Smith. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Now 2nd and 3. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. They'll look to throw. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. Penix working out of the gun here. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up set.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing is Hurts. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Quick slant to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
At the Falcons 16-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They'll throw with Penix.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second down and 4. Here's Penix. He's got the hook up to McLeod. 7 yards there and a first down. To the air, Penix. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 2 yards to go, second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Penix. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And looking to throw, Penix. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Like, damn, why I get a like Aaron, I'm a drop top. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack in the set when turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of down them streets. Through the boy alley hooping, I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you living on spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make a him in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I been, I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Things I tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back in. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rash. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Where you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block gets served. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
Believe we back in business. It's highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them. You know ain't nobody.
What up? Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Comptown. I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie. I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas. I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark. We all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Won't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
It's week 2 of the National.
Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Clemson.
And as we begin week 2 in the NFL, he was truly one of the top stories around the league. What a debut. Didn't look phased at all, handled everything with poise and grace, and played through in a big way. I can't wait to see what the defenses throw at him this week and see how he adjusts.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Tracy trying the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. You look at this Eagle defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now it's Tracy. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal. Third down, here's Tracy. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces fourth and goal.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, an early statement. They go for it on fourth and goal and wind up punching it in.
And that wasn't on the 1-yard line either. It wasn't just quarterback sneak range. They had to work for that one, but they certainly got the job done.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 37.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Here's Hurts to throw. Going right back to Dotson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 32 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Staying on his feet. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Moody good with the extra point. And it 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Shipley. Second down and 8. Throwing is Hurts. That'll be caught by Shipley. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. Hurts sets up to throw it. Shakes off the sack. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
And shutting him off. Now open field. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Anthony Richardson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They go play action with Hurts. Fights through, and now a crease. Able to power through, and now past another. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 9-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Dancing to his left. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
3rd down and 1. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
They'll hand it to Tracy. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Right back to Tracy.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete to Zaccheaus. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Running left is Tracy.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. 2nd and 11. On the give, it's Tracy.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. Talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show them this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Oh! Bring them out, 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 bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South. T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. Bring them out, 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 bring them out.
New crib psychotic, I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Deion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the payout. I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The big watch the women. I got it. Go meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change what's.
It's week 3 of the 2025 season.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go here on Monday night. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a strong start on the ground. He'll get 7 on the game's first play. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Hurts again. That's a short one. Caught by Goedert. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Again, Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They put the tight end Brown in motion. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
So Kittle comes in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here comes Smith on the return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Eagles offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On play action, Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And now it's 4th down. Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. To the air again, Hurts. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Hurts will try it again. A short throw taken in by Goedert. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll motion over Samuel. 3rd down, Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. This is taken at the 25. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. Into space at the 45. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. midfield.
Anytime you're playing zone defense and everybody's eyes are on the quarterback, it's really easy to lose sight of some of the receivers. That's exactly what happened here. He started all the way on the far side of the field and worked his way across. Found a soft spot in the zone, and quarterback's able to put it on him.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Goddard.
So often sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
That's caught left side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal it is a 1st down. To throw, Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the 1st down. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Has his man, it's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down. They put the tight end Brown in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He's going to tuck it and go.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Purdy now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Looking to Samuel on the out route. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Back to the air again is Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They'll motion over Samuel. Third and short. Here's Purdy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Ryland's kick is good. And the Niners are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here is Ainias Smith. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. All field goals in that first half. 6-3 the score at the break. As we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Devontae Adams, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown catch in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. To return is Ricky Pearsall. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. First and 10. Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He'll try again here, second and 10. Again, it's Purdy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup, and it brings us to fourth down. The 49ers out for the punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. To throw is Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Hurts. Going right sideline and complete. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 91 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 13, 49ers 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Saul, gonna return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They're in a 10-point hold, 13-3, as this drive starts with first down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Now he'll run. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy.
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. On play action, here's Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off. Yeah. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Man in motion is Smith. Off the play fake, Hurts. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
To throw on second down is Hurts. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Saul, going to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tackle there by Jalix Hunt. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. And he'll bring up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run it here with Warren. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
This brought in, out past the 20. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On play action, Hurts. Now he'll run it. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first down, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Hurts. That is brought in at the 10. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his first touchdown of the new year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Pearsall going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 49ers offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On second down, Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. So Kittle comes in motion. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Purdy again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Eagles' 44-yard line.
They'll throw again with Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another 49er. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So Kittle comes in motion. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Purdy gonna put it up again. Open man is Jennings.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. They'll drop to throw. A short throw taken in by Goddard. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Going to be taken down. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to take over once again. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on we mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on we mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in
time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback. Tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weeks since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it on for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartments. Stay shy. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like New Orleans. Girl shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Money growing on trees. Hanging on palm. Spilling. Code 304. She don't want a 16. Renegade on the make it. Buy your trees, no love. I'm asleep with my Porsche 911. Slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never saw.
It's week 4 of the National Football.
First down throwing for Hurts. Rolling out to his left. Now he takes it. Broke through. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Josh Sweat making the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Love from the gun. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. They stick with Jacobs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Love out of the shotgun. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pete, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back. Complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. He's got Watson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side to Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Love to throw again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Love looking to pass. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Able to get it to Reed. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Back to throw it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That's halftime here in Green Bay. The Cheeseheads with plenty to cheer about as their Packers had the lead. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
They're set up at the 35 now. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he works this to the 38 before going now. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got it. It's a Green Bay touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. Right, ready to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles cut it to a field goal game.
Eagles 14.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
That pass complete to Goddard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's into the hands of Barkley. Jukes out a one stop. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Number 27,
That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Motioning one of the tight ends. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Now they send their back in motion right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They're going play action. Into the hands of Romeo Doubs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Reed's got it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Shotgun now for Love. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Running right. Here's Jacobs. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. Right, ready to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. He's on the move. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Escapes the pocket. All the time in the world. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 2nd and 10 now. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First down throwing for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Gets out of trouble. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Out now runs the Packer offense. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Going run again with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
2nd and 6 now. Short pass brought in. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So this is a Packers win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.